Jack! It's not possible. Not probable.
On July 9th, 2003, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl arrived on scene and made pirates more popular than ever. But who were the real pirates that sailed the Caribbean? Was there any truth behind the story of Captain Jack Sparrow? The most popular pirate was probably Captain Henry Morgan. Born sometime between 1635 and 1636 in Wales, he made a name for himself when he became privateer in the Caribbean for the English crown. Today we know him thanks to the popular spiced rum from Puerto Rico. But Morgan never resided in Rico, but was rather well known in Jamaica, Port Royal more specifically. Unlike the Hollywood fairy tale, Port Royal was actually known as, quote, the wickedest city on earth, end quote, and was one of the largest towns in the English colonies during the 17th century. Captain Morgan was so well known that they still write about him today, remembering the battles that this hero faced against the Spanish. Being a man of the sword, more than a man of the book, Morgan left school at a young age and eventually made his way to Jamaica in 1658, where his uncle Edward Morgan was lieutenant governor. His biggest accomplishment was the raiding of Panama City. On January 18, 1671, Morgan discovered that Panama had roughly 1,500 infantry and cavalry. Being outnumbered, he split his forces in two, using one to march through the forest and flank the enemy. The Spaniards were untrained and rushed Morgan's line, where he cut them down with gunfire, only to have his flankers emerge and finish off the rest of the Spanish soldiers. Panama City was, at the time, the richest city in New Spain. After Morgan's attack, the Panama City had to be rebuilt in a new site a few kilometers to the west, which is where the current Panama City resides. Because the sack of Panama violated a peace treaty between England and Spain, Morgan was arrested and conducted to England in 1672. But by the time he had reached England, the crown was once again at war with Spain, and instead of locking him away, Morgan was knighted for overcoming the massive odds and successfully taking Panama City. Sir Henry Morgan returned to Jamaica and took his other title as Lieutenant Governor of Jamaica and retired from his life of piracy. On August 25, 1688, he died of liver failure due to his heavy drinking. He was buried in Palacios Cemetery, which sank with the rest of Port Royal 4 years after his death because of a massive earthquake.